Member of Tigray Central Command Getachew said his government still believes that despite multiple offensives and continued aerial attacks on Tigray, political dialogue is the only way to bring an end to the war. In his interview with BBC, Getachew stated that this stand comes from a position of strength and not weakness.
Definitely from a position of strength, because we have stood our ground. There have been massive offensives being launched against Tigray by the combined forces of Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki. And we have been able to not only defend our positions, in many cases, their offensives have been unraveling as we speak in many parts of Tigray where offensives have been launched. Enemy forces are in disarray. As we speak, drones are targeting civilians in the capital where I am now. But peace being our strategic choice, we still insist that what is essentially a political problem can only be solved politically through dialogue.
Getachew also stated that the Ethiopian government was using the humanitarian truce to prepare itself for an attack against Tigray alongside its allies from Eritrea.
Fighting was imposed on us. The cessation of hostilities unilaterally declared 6 months ago unraveled because Abiy Ahmed and Isaias Afwerki thought that they were prepared enough to launch an offensive because they thought they had secured the acquiescence of the international community to go ahead with their project. And of course, they launched an offensive with the assumption that they could crash us completely. 3 weeks on, they have not only failed miserably to carry through their project, but their forces in many fronts are crumbling like a house of cards. So it's very unfortunate that fighting resumed, but we still insist that a only political solution is the way out, and talking is the best game in town.
Getachew highlighted that Abiy Ahmed's government needs to stop using war as a way of imposing its will on the people of Tigray, and that it should sit for peace talks.
What we are insisting on is the government's willingness to abandon the use of force as a way of imposing its will on the people of Tigray. What we are trying to do is to make sure that the will of the people of Tigray should be fully respected. And whatever we want to do within Tigray, we should be allowed to exercise an unfettered freedom, because this is pretty much what the Constitution is provided for. But it's very unfortunate people who are not ready to live by the Constitution are doing everything to stand in the way of that freedom. Nothing short of that freedom will be acceptable.